Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's Words of Wisdom. Today's is from January 14th, and I quote, "Human beings all make mistakes. They have been blessed with the freedom to do so. This is allowed because they have the ability to correct these mistakes from the laws of happiness." Thank you, Lord. So this is a section from the third principle of happiness, which is self-reflection. Love, wisdom, self-reflection, and progress. Self-reflection is the third principle of happiness. And so let's look at this sentence. Human beings all make mistakes because they've been blessed with the freedom to do so. So freedom is such an important value that we possess here in Happy Science from the truth that Master's been teaching us. Because freedom is a God-given right to humankind. When God created humanity, human beings, He didn't make it so that we're like a robot, where we're only allowed to think or act or say in a certain standard. No, our thoughts and actions and words are limitless. We're allowed to do anything. That is the greatest form of love that God has given to humankind when we were created. That's what we're taught here in the Genesis, here in Happy Science. Hence, however, when my freedom, when someone else's freedom conflict with each other, that is when evil is born, right? But then when the evil is born, why does God still allow this system to continue? Because by making mistakes, by unfortunately creating evil, what happens is we polish our souls, we polish our wisdom to be able to learn how to overcome it in a peaceful manner towards progress. That's the whole point of our soul training here on earth. So that's why He will never take away the freedom that's given to us. God will never take away the freedom that's given to us. So, we're talking about the laws of Messiah this year. That's why I'm talking about freedom so much. Whatever works against restricting freedom, we have to fight against it. That doesn't mean we should live in an anarchy where there's no rules and where there's no laws. A rule of law is an important part of society, the Western type of democracy, where it's advanced and it helps people. However, a rule is like a pillar that's supporting a building. Without the pillar, the building will collapse. But when there is a pillar, people won't be able to put spaces or use that space where the pillar exists. So it looks like a restriction when it comes to square feet wise. It takes away some of the part of the room. However, it allows it to keep the structure to be there. So that's how we view rules or laws. So, so in freedom, there should be certain rules, precepts. We have that in religion too. But it must never be infringed too far. If you want to learn more about that, please read the Laws of Messiah. Going back to today's point. So yeah, He's given us the freedom to do whatever we want. But with freedom comes consequences, or with freedom comes responsibility. Just because He's given us freedom, it doesn't mean that you can do whatever you like and, as you want. There's always a boomerang effect, the laws of cause and effect, or what we call karma. So it always comes with responsibility or consequences. That's why we have to control our freedom. And also in the latter part of today's Words of Wisdom, He's saying this is allowed because they have the ability to correct these mistakes. Also in the structure of what Master made, or Alcantar made for this world, is we have the ability to correct these mistakes, which means innately we have the power to be able to forgive our own sins. With the catalyst of learning God's teachings, or Alcantar's teachings. By learning these teachings, it shines light. We call this in Buddhism like the torch of Dharma. So when you study the teachings, it's like a light. When you're making mistakes, it's like you're in darkness, not knowing where to go. However, with the torch of Dharma, the torch of the teachings, you can see, and then you can fix your mistakes. That's already an ability that's innately given to us. So This is the principle of salvation or self-reflection we talk about here at Happy Science. All right, let me end today's video by quoting today's words of wisdom. Human beings all make mistakes. They have been blessed with the freedom to do so. This is allowed because they have the ability to correct these mistakes from the laws of happiness. Thank you, Lord. And thank you everyone for tuning in. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.